Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I know you guys are excited. We have finally reached the end of.
Good evening. Good evening. Good evening.
How are you, Devon?
I'm pretty good. How are you, Professor?
Good. I was saying that you was excited because it's the end of the class.
Yeah, speaking of that, I have a question for you. So what is the exact last day of class?
Well, for me, because you have a okay, so I say that this class tonight will be a last class with me, so that you have time to complete your. Also,
so but tonight is the actual last physical face-to-face exam.
Yeah, so that you have,
Okay.
have more your project. This project is 3 minimum of pages, and
okay.
Yeah, so and because of that, I removed that there's no test and there's no discussion this week.
And I guess another question. Another question I have. I'm sorry. When exactly do grades go in?
Well, I haven't heard from the college. You know, with the day they will open the portal to post the final grade yet. But after next week, it will be open. Or would it, maybe by the end of next week, it will open for us to post final. But once I finish grading, you will see where you will put a grade will be anywhere in the Canvas grid. You know what I mean?
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. So now, before I begin, let me show you. For those of us who came in, this is our last week. This is the last week we have. Today will be our lecture. So that next week there will be any lecture. Just so you will have time to do your project, finish it on time, and submit on time. The only assignment other than the project that you have is the final exam, which will be short, probably 20 questions. I will try and make it multiple choice time, so that there won't be any problem with having in fact, just to make it more convenient. So I'll make it more choice.
Will we be able to take the final exam twice, like all the other tests, or just once?
If I want that means I can be multiple choice. Because multiple choice, when you first attempt, you will see the answer that's wrong. And this is what I mean. If you want me to make it 2 attempts, that means it's multiple choice. What do you want? Yeah, what's your pleasure, like you say in America? What's your pleasure?
Multiple choice.
Multiple choice.
You can make it multiple choice.
Multiple choice.
Yeah, that means you got to attempt them.
Okay.
So I make it
Professor, what's these written assignments on the grade page?
Say it again.
Man,
it says that I have 2 missing written assignments that was due last year.
What's that name?
India.
2 missing assignments. You sure? You know what?
Yes, it's on my grade. It says I have 2 written assignments that's missing since October 2021.
Did it say written assignment, or did it say if it say written assignment, we don't have any written assignment. We have two research papers and they have names. So if you say written assignment, that means after this class I'm gonna choose that with the paper we have.
Yeah, that's all it says. It just says written assignment. That's literally all it says. It doesn't give me any information, and it's on my grade, and it says I have a 0, and it said it was due October 2021.
If it's only written assignment, that means it's not for you. I'm gonna take what you have, or the class have, is the 2 research papers, and they have names for them. Each of them have a name. Of course, they are written assignment, but they don't name. Anything you see that says written assignment, that means it's not for you. Any written assignment you have a name. Let me show you. Let me explain what I mean by that. For instance, if you look at the first paper we wrote here, it's a research paper 1, leadership skill. That is the kind of assignment, that is written assignment you have. But if there's any other, let's say, written assignment, that means it's not for you. I will move it. It's from the old class.
So, or is it going to be removed so it don't be counted towards the grade? Because mine is showing the same thing. So
it will not count towards the grade. I'm looking for it now. I'll find out. I will find out after this class. Yeah.
Yeah, the written assignment is showing on mine too.
I will take it off. They're not for you. Probably it should be on the assignment. Yeah, it should be on the assignment. Can you see the screen?
Yes.
Can you see the
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I think this is the one about this an assignment.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah, I'm gonna take it off. Don't worry. Yeah. It's not part of it. I think I'll even remove now. Yeah, I'm gonna remove it now. I mean 5. So gone. Assignment 5. So it's gone. Written assignment 10 gone. And gone. You will not see it forever. Okay. It's gone. Any other question before we start? Hello, can you see me? Can you hear me?
we can see.
I don't got no more questions.
What you gonna do
Yes.
is what you gonna do is to you are paid, it won't be there anymore. Okay. Now, for a project, if you click on that, you will see the requirement for the projects. It's right here. Each you are assigned to one leader to research on. For example, let me see this. Yeah, you can see this. Yeah. For example, India is assigned to Cornelius Vanderbilt, and then Britain, Devon, Steve Jobs, and so on and so. So for this project, what you need to do, read everything, even video, any layer about this leaders that you are assigned to. Now, where do this leader get skill they use, to make their companies or their agencies or their people, to achieve great fit? What are the most important attributes of this leader, and how does this leader keep their team motivated? So everything you write will be revolve around 3 questions. Remember, this is not a question and answer assignment; it's a research paper. So you have to write it like a research paper, but everything you write there will answer questions. You can use this reframe the question as title, part of the project. Then, of course, APA, formatting, and other things. Now, any question will begin the class?
No.
I will not stay with you this time because I want you to start this project right away, so there won't be any excuse or I'm going to finish on time. So we'll have only one session tonight, a very short session. Let's begin. What you have is effective delegation and how to assign. Well, I'm sure you must have heard of this word delegation before. It simply means dividing work, allocating those work, or assigning them to different people that work for you. Your subordinates. If you're a business owner, it also means dividing the jobs or the tasks into break it down into different categories and assign it some of those responsibility for doing those tasks to your employees, different employees. Now, there's a leadership style that involves delegation. Almost all leadership style involve delegation, except if there's a leader that want to micromanage employees, which is not good. It's always better to delegate duties so you have time for to do other important tasks for the company or the agents that you are managing. Those that micromanage, they find out that they end up doing a job for themselves, creating a lot of pressure, making them themselves something. It's the best way to say it that when you want to manage, you will find that you end up inefficient, and also it becomes difficult for your business, if not important for your business, to continue to after you are gone. And not only that, when you micromanage, you make the employees that work for you, became upset, and whenever they get the opportunity, they can just leave the company or the exit. So, but when you delegate, you empower them, make them love, their job, and then you have more time, more relief to take care of other things that will move company forward. So, in other words, deploying delegating involves providing input, which in this case are the employee of the company, with a big picture, then trusting to deliver the agreed upon results. So, there are some few things that you know about the delegation, things that make it a very effective way of leadership and management. The first one is that it allowed the leaders or the business owner to multiply their effectiveness. So if you are good in business, delegating, as the business grows, delegating work to your employees means that you are multiplying that effectiveness. So of course, by doing that, you are making the company more competitive, or stronger, more efficient, more effective. And when these things happens, it means that the customers they are well taken care of. And when we take our customers, they take care of you by opening their wallets, voting for you with dollars. Another important thing that successful leadership means in the right people for the right assignment, then developing them. Yes, I think if you pick the right people, they will move the company forward and make the company great. If you pick the wrong person, they will really kill the company through their inefficiency. That's why when you have to be very careful, and also make sure that in people that you're assigning the work are qualified, or not only that they are qualified, but they are people who are motivated to do the job the right way. Now, also when it's delegates to others, I think I've said it before. Those leaders now create a free time for themselves. Now they can use that time to focus on higher value activities, and then use the time, not only that they will focus on higher value activities, they will also use their time effectively. Look for other areas, for instance, look for areas that need expansion in the business, for example, or the area that the company is weak. They can find a way, they can focus on fortifying the company to make that particular area stronger. For example, the company might not be doing well when it comes to marketing. It's okay. Now, I have all these employees working on different projects. Now I can have time to focus on marketing, creating a desire in my customers, in more customers, that latent desire they have for the product that you are providing, that you are selling, or the services you are providing. You can, that latent desire, it can wake it up through good or well-planned advertisement. So you market the company, focus on that, create an awareness of the existence, the product or service you provide. And then at the end of the day, the company going up, keep going, getting bigger, more profitable, etc. Now, delegation not only gives us time to strategic thinking, similar to just split. Now, it also that extra time. Now, this extra time, they can also convert it to other things. In my previous explanation, I mentioned marketing. In this case, they can even start to do things like leading, coaching their team, especially if they want to introduce a new product or a new service. They can say, okay, all my employees are now assigned to different tasks that keep the company alive and productive. Now I can look at a new area of expansion and see how many people that are needed that new area, and then what kind of skill they need, and then from those skills. Yeah. Now, let us take a quick look at delegation as it relates to the lifespan of it. Now, a lot of businesses, especially small businesses, does not exist after the federation. Either the owner retired, and then the children are no longer have interest in running the business, because they do not they don't have the coaching or the training or the skill to run the business. In some cases, it might be that the owner, the children don't want to be involved with the business. And I'll give you an example. There are some convenience stores in my neighborhood, like 10 years ago. So when the owner, either the owner died or retired, and so on, so it goes down, or they sell it off to somebody else who will now use for a different type of business. Now, but if the owner delegated some tasks to some of the workers, even their children, relatives who might be having in continuing to run the business, it might see it. Yes, what I'm trying to say here is that the delegation can ensure continuity of business. We see that a lot in some business that are family, but later on become corporation. You see that the founder will start to groom somebody who will replace him or her when he steps aside, so that they can continue it. But without delegation, that means you don't really assign roles, especially major roles, to your subordinates, so that when you step aside, it might be difficult to find somebody who will stay the course and follow through with the company's strategic goals. So that's why the delegation is good. The typical pattern we have is that a person start a business, and then the business lasts to their working lifetime. Then it takes success only half the working generation to put the company out of business. Why? Again, because of lack of delegation, the founder is there. So naturally, the founder wants the business to quit. But when there's many people, the people that work for him are not given important role that involve, so they don't have the experience. So in that, even if the company go public, you might find that a new person might be hired to run the company. The person might run it right or not right, and the company might good. Now, another thing that might cause the company to become extinct when the founder is gone, maybe that the founder, the people who are supposed to take over from him or her, are not interested. And of course, usually, like the example I gave you with the convenience store in my neighborhood, those owners of those stores, kids went to college, studied law or medicine, they became doctors. So they don't want to they not want to go back after getting all those degrees to start to manage, run their father's or their mom's business. They want to go move out, start a law firm, and so on, so on. But there are some business like law firms too. Small business like dentist office, law firms, and so on and so on. And they found that if he does delegate the right authority or power or even a responsibility to subordinates, yeah, there won't be anybody who will be able to run the business if he or she steps aside. So that's bring us back to delegation. When you delegate authority, delegate jobs, whoever does the job can now get experience on how to run things like that, and which means that there will be a continuity of the business. So in other words, by withholding authority, leaders can guarantee that their big companies will have a short lifespan. So, but when the leader is willing to develop others through effective delegation, then that leader is making provision for the continuation of the business and its lasting success. Now, one way of putting, another way of putting it is there are two ways a business can grow, or there are two ways you can exert leadership strength. One is through intimidation, which generally push down the organization. The other way is through delegation, which pulls up the organization. So delegation is what we want, not micromanaging and intimidation. Any question before I continue? Any query?
No question.
Now, I give an example here with Delegate. He's one of the people that learned a good lesson from delegation of duties, delegation of authorities. According to him, it wasn't easy for him to begin delegating work because he's obsessed with programming and couldn't trust any other person to do it the way he wanted. So now, but eventually he learned to surrender because the company continued to grow and he has more things to do, more responsibilities. So eventually he found out that he had to delegate some part of his the area that he wasn't good at. He was good at programming, but he wasn't so good at managing people. So he had to delegate that to somebody else. And then Microsoft continued to grow. Many other leaders who grew their company from small size to corporation have learned a good lesson when it comes to delegation. The bottom line is that you can't do everything by yourself. I mean, you can do a lot of things by yourself, but you cannot be efficient in all of them. So the best thing is to take care of those areas that you can handle very well, then delegate this to your workers or employees. So that way you can ensure the continuity, even if you are when you start. Now, why some people don't delegate? Well, because of so many reasons. Some don't know how to delegate. They just don't know how to delegate. Some don't think the employees will do the job well as the way they want the job to be done. Others do not trust their employees to follow through. So some of them not because they think the employee will outshine them in the company and get all the attention, and they will be getting. Now, irrespective of that, if you fail to it, then you a business or the decision. For one reason, delegation gives you time to carry other important responsibilities. I've mentioned that before. Now, delegation also prepare employees for more difficult tasks, additional employee responsibility. So the employees who are bored or who are under you come alive, important jobs are delegated to them. So this is some of the steps for delegation. Now, like I said, delegation involves multiplying the effectiveness of the leader. You can is involved. Let me see. You can see this. Yep, you can see that. So the steps are summarized. It's from your book actually. Select the person for the task. Define the task. So you select the person. Okay. Define the task. Then task might be if it's a new project that the company wants to handle. And so okay, maybe the company want to hire more workers. So you can say okay, this person HR is assigned to this task of hire. As a matter of fact, by division of the company to department, HR department, finance is a form of delegation. So now the task for more new people, then gain the views, give it to the person some resources they need to do the hiring. Then use checkpoint to review the progress. You know, and review after they do the hiring, they can review the the new make sure that the person who was in charge for the due right process to hire those individuals. Then where there's an error, they can hold them accountable, show them where they are, and so that it can be remedied immediately. And also in future hiring process, they will be prepared not to make an mistake again. But if they do a good job, you reward them. Yeah, results. So this is the basic summary of the steps for delegating and signing. Now, this leads us to the next concept, which is basically another delegation. It means work effectively. So this is one of the most important skills that a leader should have. The bottom line that like I said a few minutes ago, is that you can't do everything by yourself. So by delegating, empower your team, build trust, and assist with professional development. So, so your job as a leader is to figure out or know how to identify who is best suited for a particular job or assignment, and then give assignment to that person. So here's a few tips that will help you. Choose the right person for the job. To do this, you have to understand your employees' weakness, strengths, and preferences. So if you want to get tasks that involve a lot of collaboration to complete, then you have to do your employees. You have to delegate it to who strongly prefer work. I mean, you can't give it to somebody who prefer to work alone. You have to give it to somebody who wants to collaborate, interact with other employees. Now, so you have to look at their strength and weakness, and then figure out what type of task is best suited for them. Another one is explain why you are. It's important to let them know why you're delegating this job. For example, I use hiring again. I want to hire people who have qualification, and they say they have a training in HR or maybe marketing. People who are very good, have marketing degrees with 3 years experience or 2 years, however you want it. So yes, see, this is why this is the type I want to hire, because I want the company's product to be in every home. So I need people that who are very good at it. So when you say that, you are telling the the employee what you need and why you are giving them the task, because they have been doing this kind of thing before, and you see that they have all necessary skills that you need for attracting those kind of employees. Next is provide the right instruction. Again, the previous explanation, the right things have been given. I want to make the company's product to be a more every home. So I want an individual with good marketing skills. They will have marketing degree, and they will have at least 2 years of experience working in a marketing firm. So you give them instruction one, and then you provide, if they need training, you can give them training orientation. It can be a one training on how to, with respect to we have to put the necessary advertisement or vacancies and what to shortlist, because it's not every client will be called for any. There are some people that will be removed from the list of applicants to narrow it down to those most likely to be that contain the most likely individual fight for the job. Now, delegate responsibility. The leaders are managers to delegate responsibility and authority, in addition to specific that eventually find themselves reporting to subordinates. That means you'll be doing all the work. So, and you start explaining to them instead of explaining to you. It is you to be the other way around. So again, that this underline the importance of delegation. Now, of course, you check the work that they did after the hire process. The example I'm using, hiring. You check the work they did to make sure that they hire the right individual. So what they do after the hiring is complete, to make sure that it is done correctly, and also give them any feedback that they need to improve when handling that kind of task in the future. And then of course you say thank you, which is more difficult part of it. Our employees want to be appreciated. You make them feel that they are doing a good job, and there's a kind of satisfaction that comes with that. Oh, I did this, and my boss is happy with it. That means I'm good, you know. So that should be done as well. So next thing is a person job fit. Person job fit actually means that the degree of alignment between the individual and the job. It means that the person that is hired is compatible to the job or tasks that are being performed. So for a leader, a person job fit means that you have to hire the competent and capable employees. For the company, person organization fit means that it is linked to reduce turnover. When you hire people who are fit for the job, they will not be overwhelmed. So that means they will not leave the company at the very first chance they see. It also leads to increased organizational commitment and increased employee satisfaction. So an employee, because of person job fit, increases your attitude. So if as an employee and you are hired for a job and that job is, you are comfortable with that job, you know, it increases your attitude, and it can also enhance your performance on the job. So in other words, it makes sense that your performance might increase when you are better suited for this job. You know, you feel happy about the job. Like I said, any question for me? Any question at all?
Nah, I don't have any.
Okay. Like I said, this is our final lecture. We're not going to stay. I'm not going to keep you longer than I should, so that you have time to begin working on your projects. There's no discussion. No assignment due this week except the project. No discussion, no quiz. Next week is only final exam. So enjoy yourself. Take your time and do your project. Let me take down your attendance so you can leave. I got India here.
Excuse me, Professor.
Go ahead.
the project, is that individual or group project? Because I missed the.
Oh, you didn't see it? Okay, hold on. Let me show you. This is your own project. This is, if you go to announcement,
Mm-hmm.
you go to announcement, you see where I put it here. The project is ready. So it's individual, but I want you to see this. See? Can you see can you see it? You click
Okay,
on
yes.
you click on that, you see the instruction for the projects. And you are assigned, you're working on this person, Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon. So like I said, the instruction is here. Just read it.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Welcome. So I have Giselle here. I got Sky, that is Sky is Pitman. Got Devon, Binta, you here? She left? Yeah,
I'm here, Professor. I'm here.
Yeah. Jones, I have Jones. I think he left by 4. I don't see yeah, area here. Oh, Area Thompson is here. All right. You all have a nice evening.
Alrighty, you have a nice day.
Thank you, Professor.
You're welcome. Nice evening. Yeah.
So I can put food on your table. That open sense, you got that from me.
Hey, I do have a question, Professor.
Go ahead.
I'm just curious. I was looking at I'm looking at these assignments. Since there's no class,
the project?
No, not the project. Assignment from last week. Since there's no class, are we able to make up previous assignments?
But test, I only have 2 chances though.
No, I'm talking about one of these discussions. Is it okay to turn in late? Is what I'm asking.
Which one is that?
Let's see. I have to look on here. I'm not sure.
I last.
Not last week. No. Not 10.
What you.
I'll find this in the email to you.
Okay, no problem.
All right, thank you.
Okay, good night.